we are going to make the most incredible pork fillet wrapped in bacon, spiced with smoky spice, with some avo and a coleslaw. We're going to combine all these flavors together with some pineapple salsa, throw it together, mix it all in there, get stuck in with some beautiful garlic breads, and we can even slice up the pork, take the pork, put it in the garlic bread, and munch it. It's going to be incredible. And we've never made this before, so come join us as we experiment and make this dish. All right, we're going to get started on the pork fillet. I mean, if you take a look at that pork fillet, 54 bucks, you know, and it's 400 grams, and you get your streaky bacon. And this you can get for about 43 bucks. Bacon is expensive, right? These two together are just like 100 bucks. And these few things here also under 60 bucks. So you can feed about 4 people for under 200 rand. So let's get started on this lovely pork fillet, as some people might say. This is my bucket to throw things in. So I'll put it there for now. All right. So let's take a look at this pork. You can see it's got a nice bit of thickness to it on there, and then it thins down on this side over here, but I don't want to waste that piece. It thins down there. So what we'll do is we're just going to cut that guy off over there, and we'll plonk him on top like that. Ta-da! All the same thickness. All right, for now, let's take our olive oil, and this is just to give it a lovely flavor, and so that the spices that we're going to put on there is going to stick. Okay. Let's get that all spiced up. Here we've got Cape Herb and Spice Smoky Barbecue for the braai. Well, it's going to be delicious. I tasted a little bit earlier on, and it's got a lovely smokiness to it. So this is going to be incredible. Incredible. All right, let's get him nicely spiced up. Okay, and so let's smear all the spice on there, and let's take that thin side we were talking about. There we go. Plonk him on there. That's about right. Now we're going to take our smoked streaky bacon. So if you're looking for smokiness in this dish, you're going to get it, because we've got smoky braai spice and we've got smoky bacon. So we're going to be adding this lovely smoky streaky bacon to it, because your pork fillet is quite a lean meat. It doesn't really have fat in, so you want a little bit of that smokiness, you want a little bit of that fat going across and in between that lovely pork. And when you make it on the braai, it's going to turn lovely and crispy. And then when you cut it, it's going to be tender inside and crispy on the outside. So let's get him wrapped. You can turn this quite tight, right? We want the bacon to overlap, if you can see that. Perhaps I'll show you with the next one. And yeah, we've got the rind facing on the outside. So I'm just going to join that one together. And there, can you see how we're just overlapping the bottom? Right, so let's just show you overlapping the bottom. There we go, like that. So we just join it there again and just overlap. All right, and there you have it all wrapped. So if we chuck this thing onto the braai as is, it's going to fall completely apart. So we're just going to get some twine and wrap it around there. All right, let's get it tied up. So let's do a double wrap. That's so that when you tie it down, that the tension stays there. Did you see? Otherwise, if you do a single wrap, it's going to come off quite easily. And then let's do another double wrap, and then tie it down. Ta-da! And let's repeat the process. Right, and we don't need this lying around, so let's cut that off. And there we have him already. So let's get him into the fridge, and then we're going to be making a pineapple glaze. So this is a pretty simple recipe. Here we've got chopped up pineapples, 440 mils. Chuck it in there, directly into the pan. Then we've got our all grain mustard. We're going to add 1 teaspoon of all grain mustard. Now you know we're tripling down on the smokiness. Smoked paprika, a teaspoon of smoked paprika. I say paprika, I got no idea why. It's paprika. I'm not sure. It's just how I was brought up. A tablespoon of honey. And here we have that same spice that we used earlier on, the smoky barbecue. Not much of that. So about a teaspoon of that. And then we've got lovely ginger. Also, ginger adds a bite to your dish. That lovely smell as well of ginger. So a teaspoon of that. And your preferred barbecue seasoning, your preferred barbecue sauce. I love this one. So yeah, we just have a plain barbecue sauce. 4 tablespoons of that. And if you think, wait a minute, there's a lot of sweetness going on in there. We've got white wine vinegar. So a tablespoon of that. Right, let's get that onto our gas burner and let's just get it reduced so it turns into that nice thick glaze. All right, so these pineapples, we just want to get them soft. We're going to reduce the sauce a little bit, and then we're going to go in with our blender and we're going to whiz it up so it turns into this stickiness, real cut through, delicious glaze. Oh, look at that beautiful glaze. See, I think that's the consistency we're looking for. What we're going to do now, let that cool down just a touch, and then we're going to go blitz it, and then give it a taste and see if it needs a little bit more sourness, a little bit more sweetness. All right, we've got it blitzed up very nicely. I think that glaze is looking lovely, juicy, saucy. Oh well, let's give it a taste. Pineapple-y. Sourness is coming out. You know what? I think a little bit more barbecue. I think that's around about a tablespoon. And then this didn't really come out, so let's put a little bit of that more in, another teaspoon. I'd almost do more, but let's see, we can adjust. And a little bit of extra smokiness. You want your dishes to come out and pop. They mustn't be bland with no taste at all, right? They must be vibrant, saucy, sticky, charred, smoky. You know, that's the flavors we're looking for. All right, let's give it a taste. That's far better. Right, I think it's a little bit runny, so I think let's definitely reduce that a little bit more. That's looking absolutely smashing. Great. That's nice and thick. And tangy. Amazing. Let's get it out into a nice bowl. Lovely glaze ready. So let's just set this aside, move this guy, and then we can get to chopping that lovely tropical flavored pineapple. All right, now we're going to chop our beautiful pineapple. We're chopping the pineapple and going to create lovely rings so that when our fire is ready, it goes together on with the pork fillet, and we're going to get a lovely char mark on there, and that we're going to serve with the salsa. Right, let's do some cuts there. Now you're asking, what should you do with this? I once, a long time ago, was with some friends, and they took me to this guy that made his own pineapple beer. You can actually take it just like this, put it in a container that can seal, and you take water and you take yeast. You can even use normal yeast that you bake with, right? But otherwise, some beer yeast or champagne yeast, and for that amount it'll probably take around about 15 liters. Put your yeast in there, seal it, make a little hole on top so the gas can escape, and in the next 3 weeks you're gonna have pineapple beer. That's going to be the strongest alcohol that you've had for a long time. All right, so we're not using that today. Let's just cut these in slices. So let's move that to the side, because we're going to grill it on the fire and that's not ready yet. So we're going to carry on with the rest of the components. Let's take one bird's eye chili. This is going to be wicked. All right, but it's only one, and we're also going to take out the seeds, right? But if you love the seeds, if you like something spicy and hot, then go for it. Leave it in. I just know my palate is a little bit sensitive for chilies, but I do like them. All right, let's just chop those up finely. These seeds try to sneak in there. Nope, you're not getting in there. All right, let's take these little guys, these baddies, let's put them into the bowl. Next, let's take our coriander and our mint. So let's just break off. This is too much stalk. Look how thick that stalk is. We're not going to use that. The rest of the stalks are fine. Let's crunch that up all together. There's another stalky piece. Chop them together. Oh, that smell, that mint, the coriander. I mean, you guys know what that smells like. That combination is incredible. Oh, so this is a mini English cucumber. It's not that large, so I think we can use the whole cucumber. Let's just give it a peel. You're welcome to leave the skin on if you like. I just think it tastes a bit better with the skin off. Let's just manage our coals here. See, they've fallen apart a bit. We are almost ready to start braaiing. In fact, now that that's ready, I'm going to put the grid on. All right, that can go. And yeah, we can continue. Take the ends off, slip it in half like that, or snip it in half, and remove that watery core. Right, let's take that out there. Oh, that just is seeds and water. We don't want that in. Now that we've got these guys ready, let's sliver them in 4 pieces, 5. Okay, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe we want one more. There we go. And let's do a pro move. Cut this guy up as well. Put them all together like that and chop them. Right, you want them sort of chunky. Perfecto. Let's put them in our bowl. Alright, so our fire is almost ready. In fact, it is ready. We're going to get that pork on. We'll get these grilled off, and then we're going to carry on building our salsa. All right, just put a bit of olive oil on. This is just so that it, when you get it on the braai, that it doesn't stick. There we go. Great, fantastic. So we want him on this high level, otherwise the bacon's going to be done and crispy, but the inside's going to still be raw. So, a little bit of low and slow. Up here, we're aiming for around about 25 minutes while continuously turning. And while that's going, you can see the fats dripping off there, creating lovely flames. Chuck the pineapple right there. Listen to that sizzle. Yeah, you can hear it. While those beauties are going on there, let's make a slaw, right? Because we have time to make a slaw. We've got white cabbage and ruby red cabbage. We're going to use half of these guys. And let's chop these guys lengthways like that. Quite thin. We don't want this to be chunky. Alright, let's get these carrots in here. 1 carrot should be plentiful. Just take this protective outer layer off. And then just put your carrot down like that. And let's just sliver it. Alright? Sliver it while turning it. Just like that. That's going to give you lovely thin strips of carrot. Alright. So, to this, we add in 2 tablespoons of sugar. And this is very simple. You don't want competing flavors with all those barbecue, smoky flavors. This must be like very neutral. So that white wine vinegar, 2 tablespoons of white wine vinegar. You know, but it also must be quite tangy. It must also be quite tangy to contrast that barbecue flavor, that sweetness, right? So you want a little bit of sour in this. So let's get in there with our hands, mix it all in there, massage it, squish it. Let's get back onto our pork fillet and those pineapples. Let's give it a basting with that amazing glaze. Time to take a look at this baddie. Oh, look at that. Delicious. You see, low and slow so the center gets done, but that the bacon doesn't burn either. So here we go on that side. Let's turn these pineapples while we are here. That is looking lovely and charred. Let's turn all of those guys. Let's take a look how things are turning. Let's just look at, there we go. We've got a nice char on these guys now. Time to take them off. Woohoo, look at that one. Nice. Let's give him a turn. Yeah, beautiful. Let's get that side basted as well. Okay, so let's leave some of these guys whole, especially like when we're plating up, right? It's going to look stunning. So let's leave 2 of them whole. Let's just actually chop them up in half so we can scatter them across like that. And these guys we are going to use for the salsa. Right, let's get them chopped up also in little chunk sizes. Let's move that in. And now we're going to put in half an avo, and we're going to save the other half for avo toast tomorrow. Alright, it's like that. So I like leaving the pip in, and then you put some lemon on, put it in a bag, close it, and that starves it from oxygen and won't turn brown. So let's cut this guy in half. Take our spoon, fish him out there. Cut them in little chunks as well. And And let's get it transferred. And then just a sprinkling of sugar. All right, let's get that gently mixed in there. You don't want to break up that over. You don't want the mixture to combine into any pulpy paste or anything. You want everything to be separated but mixed in together. All right, let's get this guy into the fridge and let's get that deliciousness finished off. Oh my word, look at that. Look at those lovely little charred bits. Okay, let's get him back onto the coals. He is almost ready. That lovely sauce. Magnificent. Okie dokes, this guy is ready. We've left him for around about 20 to 25 minutes. If you want to make 100% sure, go buy a little measuring instrument, chuck him in there. You want it to be 70 degrees Celsius. After that, take him off, let him rest for 10 minutes. Everything needs to rest, come back to its normal state of juiciness, and then we can cut it up and get it on the plate. So you can just have this with some slaw and cut up like that in little medallions, munch it like that with a bit of slaw. But we're going to put some buns with it, so you can make a little pork slider. And we're going to smother it with some butter and garlic. Smother the buns, and we're going to pop them on there with our residual coals. It's going to be fantastic. Okay, not too much butter, just a touch. A little bit of garlic. Let's take that, just baste them, right? Bottom and top. Okay, let's get them on there. Oh, lovely. That's what we want. Well, we are done. Look at this incredible, lovely, fresh selection in front of us. Let's get this guy on the plate over here. We're going to get those cords cut off and we're going to slice him up and dish him up. Okay, let's slice them off. No, we won't. We'll slice it in beautiful, delicate little pieces. But maybe if I was alone, I would have just eaten it like this. All right, let's cut that in lovely little medallions. Ah, look at that. Fantastic. Turned out beautifully. Yes. Let's get this guy moved over. Ta-da-da-da-da-da. Magnificence on a plate. Look at that. Now that we've got it beautifully cut up, let's just sprinkle some of these things over here. Remember, this is a sharing dish, right? So we're going to share all these things. People must just come, take their buns, take their salsa, put it on the buns, eat it like this. It's going to be delicious. All right, dish this guy up here. Lovely pineapples, avo, magnificence. And then you take your beautiful buns, garlicky, charred buns, put them there like that. Now look at that. Is that not something you want to tuck into, hey? With all your buddies, with all your friends. So let's tuck in there. Let's take some of this beautiful pineapple glaze and just put it on there. Look at that. Amazing, dripping pineapple glaze. Let's first taste one of these guys. Pineapple glaze, look at that. bacon wrapped around it, crunchy bacon. Pork turned out magnificently. Let's taste it on its own. Tastes like pork spare ribs. Wow, that smokiness, that char, that sweetness. Incredible. You know what now? Take these little garlic rolls, tear one open. Take these guys, plunk him in there. Take some of your delicious glaze, smother it. Smother it. And your salsa, even a roasted, toasted, charred pineapple, put him in there. Some of the salsa. Look at that beautiful salsa. And look at that. Plonk him in there. Now, isn't that an amazing one-biter? Well, I don't know if I'm going to one-bite it, maybe two biters. Beautiful. Let's close it up. Juiciness. Magnificent. Okay. That freshness, the sweetness that's coming from the pineapple, the smokiness, the charredness, the bacon, the pork. This is incredible. Something you have to add to your braai skills. Magnificent. Even some more sauce will be delicious. Look at that. Wonderful. But this is incredible, the crunchiness of the bacon, the pork that's so tender, and those components, that lovely salsa. Oh, it's just incredible. Well, come join us in making more of these incredible recipes. I'd love you to subscribe and join our lovely community. Cheers.